Captain James Miller stared at the alien structure floating in the darkness of space. It was a sphere, perfect in its geometry, with a surface that shimmered like liquid mercury, despite the absence of any light source to reflect. His exploration vessel, the Horizon Asterisk, had been dispatched to investigate an anomalous signal at the edge of charted space. What they'd found defied all expectations. "Any response to our communications?" he asked, his voice barely above a whisper. Lieutenant Anna Torres shook her head. "Nothing, sir. We've been broadcasting on all frequencies for 6 hours." The sphere had appeared seemingly from nowhere, materializing in a burst of energy that their sensors could barely comprehend. Initial scans suggested it was approximately 20 kilometers in diameter, composed of materials unknown to human science. "Sir," called out Officer Tom Reed from his station, "I'm detecting movement. The outer shell is shifting." A section of the sphere's surface rippled and parted, revealing a cavernous entrance. It was an invitation they couldn't refuse. Humanity had been exploring space for nearly 2 centuries. They had encountered primitive alien life forms, microbial colonies on distant moons, simple aquatic creatures in subsurface oceans, even the ruins of a long-dead civilization on a planet orbiting Tau Ceti. But never before had they encountered another spacefaring species, let alone one capable of creating something like this. The exploration team consisted of 6 members: Captain Miller, Lieutenant Torres, Officer Reed, Dr. Emily Watson, Engineer Marcus Bell, and Security Officer Liam Parker. They entered the sphere in a shuttle, passing through a translucent barrier that seemed to analyze their molecular structure before admitting them. Inside was a world unto itself, a hollow sphere with its own artificial gravity. The interior walls glowed with soft blue light, illuminating vast geometric structures that seemed to shift and change when not directly observed. "This technology is," Dr. Watson struggled to find the right words, "thousands, maybe tens of thousands of years beyond our own." As they ventured deeper, they encountered no signs of the sphere's creators. Instead, they found terminals, crystalline structures that responded to proximity by projecting 3-dimensional images into the air. Dr. Watson approached one such terminal. As her hand hovered near its surface, the crystal pulsed with light and an image formed, a perfect representation of Earth. "They know about us," she whispered. The image zoomed out, showing Earth's solar system, then further still to reveal the Milky Way galaxy. A tiny portion of one spiral arm illuminated, indicating human-explored space, barely a fraction of a percent of the galaxy. Then thousands of points of light appeared throughout the galaxy, connected by lines of varying brightness. It was a map of civilizations. The revelation was staggering. Humanity was not alone, far from it. The galaxy teemed with intelligent life, hundreds of species at various stages of development. Some were barely beginning to harness atomic energy, while others had mastered faster-than-light travel millennia ago. Yet more shocking was what the terminals revealed next, a timeline of civilization development. The crystal displayed a pattern, repeated across countless worlds: technological advancement followed by self-destruction. Species after species reached a critical point where their technology outpaced their wisdom, leading to extinction through war, environmental collapse, or artificial intelligence gone rogue. Only a small percentage survived this great filter, those who managed to unite their worlds before destroying themselves. These survivors formed a loose coalition, watching over younger species from afar, intervening only in the most dire circumstances. Earth was approaching its filter point. "We need to tell everyone," Lieutenant Torres insisted as they returned to the Horizon Asterisk. "And said what?" Captain Miller countered. "That we're children playing with fire. That dozens of civilizations, smarter than us, have obliterated themselves. The panic would be catastrophic. The alternative is worse," Dr. Watson said quietly. "The sphere is a warning and an offer of help. Those surviving civilizations, they've learned to overcome their divisions. They've transcended nationalism, religious conflicts, resource wars. They've achieved what we've only dreamed of," Engineer Bell finished. The sphere had provided them with a choice: continue on their current path, likely ending in extinction within the century, or accept guidance from the coalition, subtle nudges toward unity and sustainable progress. The revelation transformed human civilization. Initially met with skepticism and fear, the evidence from the sphere proved irrefutable. Governments worldwide gradually shifted priorities. International conflicts that had raged for generations found peaceful resolutions as humanity recognized the pettiness of their divisions in the face of cosmic perspective. Resources previously devoted to weapons development were redirected towards sustainable energy, environmental restoration, and education. The knowledge that dozens of civilizations had faced extinction at precisely this technological juncture created a sense of shared purpose unprecedented in human history. 50 years after the encounter, Earth had changed beyond recognition. A united world government coordinated global efforts while preserving cultural diversity. Poverty and hunger had been virtually eliminated. The first true interstellar colony ships were under construction. On the centennial anniversary of the discovery, Captain Miller, now an elderly statesman, stood before the United Earth Council. "We came to the stars seeking other life, other civilizations," he said, his voice strong despite his advanced age. "What we found was a mirror, a reflection of our own potential for destruction and transcendence. The revelation changed us not because it showed us aliens, but because it showed us ourselves, what we could become, both the horror and the glory." As he spoke, on the edge of the solar system, the sphere shimmered and vanished, its purpose fulfilled. Humanity had passed its test. They were ready to join the stars, not as conquerors or children, but as equals, one more civilization that had looked into the abyss of its own nature and chosen to evolve. Among the distant stars, ancient eyes watched and welcomed them home.